YouTube, what's going on? YouTube, what is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy, one more time, DEDRICKHJR, and I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell good, family. Hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. Positive energy, positive vibes. Y'all know how we rock out here on this channel, man. Positive vibes only. So, still fighting the sinuses. We're almost to the other end of this. I know that because like my voice is the last thing to go and come back. So, we're clearing up, congestion's cool. So I said all that to say if I sound like Kermit the Frog or Patrick Mahomes or something crazy, we are going to contribute that to the sinus battle, the never ending. And I know a lot of y'all feel me out there, all right? But more importantly, today we're gonna talk about 5 fragrances, brand new fragrances to my collection. Sort of a haul from different sites. We got some stuff from Max Aroma and Fragrance by.ca and Vimba fragrances, all right? So 3 of these, 3 out of 5 I've been wanting to grab, and 2 were just total surprises that I just recently found out about them, experienced one of them, blind about the other. We'll get into that in a second, and now we have them here. So summertime is approaching, springtime is here. So of course, a lot of us enthusiasts out there, if we are in the situational fragrance wearing, have that mentality, we're trying to get ready for the warmer weather. But some of these, no, all of these can contribute to the warmer weather situations, whether you're going to work, date night, just out and about. I'll be able to wear all of these this spring and this summer at some point. So let's go ahead and jump into it. We got 5 fragrances to discuss. Up first, brand new to the collection from the House of M. Micallef, we have Gin Tonic. Gin Tonic, beautiful frosted bottle, that gin and tonic looking juice in there as well. M. Micallef have some beautiful, stunning bottles, as you see on the M. Micallef Gin Tonic on the side of the bottle there. The packaging is, you know, standard M. Micallef, very nice. M. Micallef Gin and Tonic has the same designs on the bottom, kind of comes right up, fragrance sense right there, and that's what we have. So I have been wanting to experience this fragrance, and I've also been wanting this fragrance. Shout out to my buddy Ross, man. He came through a few weeks ago, and I was able to smell this on, check out the atomizer. I was able to smell this on a blind and rate video. When I got my nose on it, I didn't know it was that. I didn't know. But when I smelled it, I was like, yo, what is that? Turned out to be gin and tonic. Man, this is so good. You get this beautiful, crisp, clean citrus, lime, airy, it just is so much brightness going on with the top of this fragrance. I do get a lot of lime. I do get a lot of that almost rindy citrus, but it has a sparkly feel to it, man. It's amazing. So I would think notes like juniper berry and gin would be in here, but it's not. And I'm gonna do breakdowns, full reviews on these later. So we'll get into the notes and all that later on. But I just want to talk to y'all about my first impressions about, you know, what we got going on here. So this is gonna be a summertime banger for sure. I'm talking about hot weather. I'm talking about step outside and the heat is unforgiving type weather. This stuff is really, really pleasant, man. It's really pleasant, crisp, clean, citrusy. Has a sparkly, kind of gin and tonic feel to it. If you ever had gin and tonic, you smell it, it's exactly what this smells like, and it smells so great. Beach days, you know, water park days, on the boat, you know, out there, you know, doing your thing. This is just work, man. I can't speak to longevity and performance and all that because I just got these in, but I got this for a great price on Vimba.com. They have ran low on Fragrance Buy. I was watching Ross's stream. Shout out to Randy. He put it out there that Vimba had it, and I copped it for a really good price. Been looking for this for quite some time and super happy to have this in my collection now. It's going to be awesome for the summertime. It just checks all the boxes, man. Something different for summer. It's not your traditional lemon, citrusy, musky. Nah, it's not. It has a lot of different things going on. Really good quality here, blended very well. And just something different and unique for summer. Bright, citrusy, gingery, spice, Has that, like I said, that gin and tonic feel. Like, you ever had one and you smelled it, this is what you're getting. Glad to have this. From the house of Mikalev, we have Gin Tonic from Bimba, fragrances.com for sure. Great stuff. All right, up next, this was a total blind buy, and I promote sample. But the conversation led to this fragrance. Now we have an upcoming live stream. By the time this video drops, that live stream should have already aired. It should have. Shout out to my guy Jason Verscher, one half of Sips and Sniffs. He notated on a previous live stream that this particular fragrance he personally enjoys more than Mancera Cedrat Boisé, which is in my top 10, and Creed Aventus, which is in my top 10. Those are fighting words. Those are fighting words. Shout out to my brother Jason. I bought the fragrance on the live stream and I got it in, and Houston, we have a problem. We have a problem. Up next, what am I talking about? I got this from Max Aroma for a great price, under $100. From the house of Virtus Petty, we have Was et Cur. Et Cur, I believe it's called Et Cur from Virtus. Traditional Virtus bottle, nothing different. If you've seen the Virtus Vanilla Oud bottles, same thing. Magnetic cap, packaging, pretty much the same. Virtus standard packaging. Very nice, very solid packaging for sure. But let's get down to the juice. So I'm going to say this. I get the comparisons to Cedrat Boisé, and I understand the Creed Aventus outlook with this fragrance. Now I'm going to say this, and I've worn this already. This is the only one of the 5 that I've worn. This is better than Cedrat Boisé from Mancera. This is better. It does what Creed Aventus does. It does what Cedrat Boisé does. But this is a more smoother. The vanilla in here is creamier. The apple and the citrus are brighter and crispier and fresher. You get a little bit better quality with this thing for sure. Now, is that to be expected when you go Mancera versus Virtus? Depends on who you're talking to, but I'm going to say yes. So I did expect the quality difference, and I love Cedrat Boisé, the profile. I love Cedrat Boisé Intense. I have those fragrances. I've talked about them a bunch of times, just like some of your other favorite fragrance content creators as well. But this is fresh and fruity, creamy. There's a woodsy element to this thing, just like Cedrat. It does exactly what Cedrat Boisé does. The profiles are very, very similar. The opening, though, that apple in here with that citrus blend with that apple, it's great. The vanilla in here is creamy and smooth. It's not, so when I say vanilla, this is not a vanilla-based fragrance. The vanilla is complementing the citruses and the slight spice and the woods in this fragrance. Everyday wear. I love this stuff. I've already worn it. The performance on it was excellent. It is right around the range of Cedrat Boisé. I got around that 7 to 8 hour range. But the difference was, especially in the beginning, the first couple of hours, the sillage, the projection was really good. I got 2 compliments the very first day that I wore this. And I got this for a great price on Max Aroma. Now, the price that I got it for on $100, that sale is over. But you still get a good, get it for a good price. I know FragranceBuy.ca has it. Max Aroma still carries it, but the sale is over. I think it's around $200 on Max Aroma. I got mine for $99 with the coupon on top of it. I got it for around $80 cash. But this is awesome stuff. I'm not dissing Cedrat Boisé. I will still highly recommend it. But if you want to take it up a notch, you want to experience another type of quality to that scent DNA, that profile, this is it. Glad to have this to the collection. From the house of Virtus Petty, we have Was et Cur. And you will be hearing more conversations about this fragrance for sure as we head into summer and forever, because that stuff is still potentially a new top 10 entry in my collection. All right, let's move along to a fan favorite. We're not going to stay long with this one, but I have a Decant. Shout out to Danielle. If she's watching, she sent me a Decant a while ago. I did a live stream dedicated to it. I have the original, and it's great. The most complimented fragrance in my collection, but now I have the new flanker, and I really like it. From the house of Rosassi, we have Haas Ice. Haas Ice. Beautiful bottle. Set up just like the original, but you have that white cap. You have the Haas Ice, kind of a darker hue on the glass and a darker juice on the bottle. Now, could it be redundant to have both of these fragrances, the original and this? Probably. Probably. But here's the difference. There's a mintiness in here. There's a mintiness in here, still a synthetic balm. The mint and the apple and the fruitiness, it creates the difference between the two, what the mint does in here. And I really enjoy it. This is going to be a compliment monster. A lot of y'all already have this. Not going to spend too much time. A lot of conversation and content surrounded around it. But at the time it came out, I didn't see the need to have it. I had the original, and I was good with that. So I'm more than halfway done with my original bottle of Haas. So I said, you know what? I got it for a good price on fragrance by .ca. I had a couple points to put with it. So I said, you know, let's go ahead and pull the trigger. So while it was on the way, I sprayed the Decant. Finished that up and I wore that and experienced it and went in and outside with it. I said, yeah, it's enough differences to my nose for this not to be redundant, even though I said you don't need both. But to my nose, the differences are there. Maybe out in the open, maybe just out, you know, the sillage around me. It might smell the same. I don't know. But the differences are definitely there where I can pick them up, and I'm happy to have this in my collection. I'm a fan of Haas. Synthetic balm, whatever you want, whatever people's opinions, good or bad, it doesn't affect me because I really like it, and I'm glad to have this in my collection. Yeah, that fruity apple and that mint. It's just good. That slight spice going on with this. It's going to be a banger for summer, a mass appealing bomb for summer for sure. From the house of Rosasi, we have Haas Ice, new to the collection. Great stuff. Great stuff. And the packaging is similar, same box, just with the icy blue tone, and it has ice. That's it. I know I didn't show that before we talked about it. All right, next up, a true surprise. I was leaving out of my local Nordstrom's. Me and my wife, we were out hanging out. Of course, we had to stop by Nordstrom's and see if they had anything new or something for us to smell that we haven't smelled before, and they did. We smelled quite a few things, but this was this fragrance, besides the new H24, this was the only other fragrance that really caught my mind. Got this from fragrancebuy.ca for $30 for a tester bottle, and I can't believe how good this is. And I've never heard nobody talk about it. Not saying that there's not content out there, but I've never paid attention or either way go, I had no idea. And I already have one of the flankers, and this stuff is fire. From the house of Salvatore Ferragamo, we have Intense Leather. Beautiful blue bottle, that Ferragamo going down the middle. The cap comes off and kind of snaps into place, as you can hear. Maybe you did. But just a really nice, stylish bottle for sure. They put a lot of effort in this, and it's really, really good. The box presentation, fairly simple. Salvatore Ferragamo. Intense Leather here. You got Ferragamo here. And you also have the logo for this particular line here. Now, I have spicy leather, and I'm a fan. I love spicy leather. It's great for the cold, and it's a good, I don't layer, but I've layered it once before with the vanilla-based fragrance, and with that spicy leather, we'll talk about that later, but it was really, really good. But this, oh my goodness. Get a nice, beautiful atomizer there. Now, I love leather, and I love a particular leather. I love that soft leather, that complementary leather that could be accompanied by maybe some florals and maybe some fruits, and this has it. Oh my God, this is good. This is going to be great for the office. Like, this is going into my top 10 office scents, man. Fruity, like it's like a fruity apple and berries with a soft leather with a touch of florals. It's almost like I don't know if ginger's in here, but it's like a ginger spice, a pop of ginger spice in here. The leather in here comes off a little bit synthetic. It's not as smooth as, let's say, on designer leather, at least a Tom Ford's ombre leather, but it's not bad. The first few minutes, this kind of gets itself together, then the leather really becomes really complimentary to it, but I don't mind it. It's not bothering me in the opening of this fragrance. For those out there who are quality snobs, which I'm one of those, but I know a lot of y'all care about the synthetic nature of different notes. In the opening, yes, you get a synthetic feel, but as it smooths out, man, this stuff is really nice. Now, I sprayed this on my skin walking out of Nordstrom's. I came home, I did a live stream, the night went on, and it was still coming off my skin after 2 sprays. 2 sprays. So when I saw this on Fragrance by Dossier, I copped it immediately. I got a feeling that this is a beast of a performer. We're going to find out because I'm going to be wearing this in the next couple of days. But if you like leather, if you love leather, a certain type of leather, you're looking for a nice soft leather, but this has some fruits and some florals and a ginger spice to my nose. Again, I have never looked up the notes, but it's a fruitiness to this. I picked it up right away when I smelled it in Nordstrom's. And we'll get into a more of an in-depth breakdown of this fragrance for sure. This is going to be an office king for me personally because I like those masculine vibes. But I also like it when you can have that masculine leather or woods, but you have a nice fruitiness or floral to accompany that. Match made in heaven. Match made in heaven for sure. This stuff is awesome. Again, from the house of Salvatore Ferragamo, we have intense leather. Intense leather. Now, bright leather is good. They have another leather out there. I think there's 4 or 5 different flankers, but this is fire, bro. It's fire. I really love it. All my leather lovers, get your nose on it. You could use it in your collection for sure. And last but not least, I've had this fragrance on my list for probably the last 2 years. I've really fallen in love with the note of vetiver. And it was only a matter of time before I got this fragrance. I'm glad to have it finally in my collection. Got it for an amazing price on Fragrance by Dossier, and this is phenomenal. From the house of Lalique, we have Ancre Noir Sport. Ancre Noir Sport. Love the bottle. I love those cubed bottles. Those, you know, they're heavier. They kind of wide bottles with the cube. Got this wooden cap here that just kind of snaps into place, and it holds pretty good. It holds pretty good. Really good stuff here. So. Take that back. I have worn the Virtus and I wore this. As a matter of fact, yesterday. You'll see it in the upcoming weekly rotation video. Love vetiver. Atomizer decent. Atomizer decent. This is an Eau de Toilette concentration, but I've heard a lot of great things about this stuff for years. With this one, nice smooth leather, has a small bite to it. There's a citrus up top playing around, like a tardy citrus playing around with this. It would have to be some type of bergamot. I'd be surprised if it's lemon because it's not sparkly. It's just a tart, maybe a black currant. I'm not sure. Like I said, I've never looked up the notes to none of these fragrances. I've looked this up a while ago, but not recently. But I enjoy it, man. If you are on the edge of anything from Terre d'Hermes, the original, the Eau Intense, or the Parfum, and you need it toned down, but you love the profile. You love the profile, but you need it toned down a bit. Here you go. That's what I think this is. Terre d'Hermes is a polarizing line. Bitter oranges, vetivers, earthy, masculine kings. That's what those are. This is toned down a bit. The vetiver gets a little bit soapy as it continues to dry down. I got 2 compliments wearing this fragrance. It was a rainy, windy day when I wore this, but I got 2 compliments wearing this. One from a young woman, and then one from one of my masculine co-workers who wanted to know a little bit more about this scent. We were outside doing some things, and the wind was pushing off me, so I know my fragrance was just headed towards his way, which led him to ask about it. Performance on this was pretty solid. I got around good 6 to 7 hours. I was really surprised. You know, EDT concentration, you just never know. But I think the vetiver with the earthy tones and the slight spice kind of elevated this to give it the performance that it got. I sprayed around 6 to 7 sprays. Like I said, it was a cloudy, rainy, windy day, and I like to wear vetiver or some type of rose during those types of days, and this was just a great opportunity to debut this fragrance. But I really like it. It's been on my list for a couple of years. Lalique has some great stuff. But again, if you're on the edge or right on the line of anything from the Terre d'Hermes line, and you like it but you're scared, but you wish it was a little bit toned down, here you go. Ancre Noir Sport is that easy to wear, very versatile, masculine touches to it, but that soapy vetiver, that tardy citrus up top really makes it more pleasant on the nose, more easy on the nose for sure. Good stuff. Full review coming on this rather soon. A lot of people talk about this fragrance, so I can't wait to experience it more and come back and talk to you guys about it. From the house of Lalique, we have Encre Noir Sport. Encre Noir Sport. Great stuff. All right. All right, Smell Good family. So that's it. That's going to wrap up the latest additions to my collection. A little mini haul, so to speak, from Vimba.com, Max Aroma, and FragranceBuy.ca. All right. So I have all of those websites down below in the description. All of these are pretty much still available. So I'll be able to experience these throughout the rest of the spring and into the summer in some way, shape, or form. And I'm happy with what I have, especially with 2 blind buys. 2 blind buys, and the other 3 I have experienced at some point in time. All right, but full reviews coming on these, coming on all of these at a later date. So keep it locked right here for sure. As always, I appreciate y'all support, appreciate the love. What new fragrances have y'all added? What have y'all added to the collection? Where did you get them from? Hopefully you saved you some money. Hopefully it's a great addition to your collection. Let's talk about it down below. And if you experienced any of these, let's talk about that as well. Would love to hear your thoughts, all right? So until next time, y'all be cool, be safe, take care of yourselves. Y'all know what it is. Positive energy, positive vibes, as always. And remember, what you put out to this world, it's exactly what you are going to get back. Smack it up, smack it out. Smacking that thing all around. Appreciate y'all, appreciate the support. I don't take it for granted. We're on the end of this sinus trip. Hip, hip, hooray. Splacker.